Thank you, Kate. It's turned out to be a very nice Thursday evening here in June for Thursday night football. The Alouettes and the Edmonton Elks, they're hoping that it's a new era here at Commonwealth Stadium. But of course, to prove that, they've got to be one way. And speaking of great starts, Davis Alexander, going back to last season, now 6-0 as a starting quarterback.
Yeah, the best start by a quarterback to start his career in terms of remaining unbeaten in over a decade since Bo Levi Mitchell. Absolutely terrific. Career high in passing yards for Alexander last week as well. And of course, on the other side, Tre Ford, new offensive coordinator for him and Jordan Maksimic last year. You see those 9 wins as an Elks starting quarterback, looking for number 10.
The Alouettes won the toss. They've deferred. They will kick off. Jose Maltos, Thursday night football underway here at Commonwealth. Glad you could join us. It's Arkell Smith across the 30 and the 35, and from the Edmonton 53, Tre Ford handing out to Rankin again. Finds some room. Najee Murray will push him out down around the Alouette 35. 21 yards down to the Montreal 36. First down, faking the handoff, tossing it off to the left to Julien-Grant. And he is met there by some teammates right away, including ex-teammates. Wesley Sutton got it started, and they end up losing a little bit of yardage. 3-yard loss for the Elks on that one. And gets a shot here from just outside the 40 to get the first points on the board. And it is through. Field goal, Blanchard. This little underhand pass there, 9th play of the drive. First down. Takes the handoff. Throwing down to the 5, Austin Mack. Another one who had a great day against the Red Blacks last week with over 100 yards receiving, has 19 more yards there.
Both those guys showing that they are all the way back here in 2025.
Drive continues, play fake, dumping it off, touchdown! The fullback, David Dallaire, gets 6 on the board for Montreal as the Alouettes and Davis Alexander impressively work their way down the field.
David Dallaire with his first of the new season. He's motioning across the formation. You're going to get man coverage so often.
Faking to Scott with time to throw. Deep look for Charleston Rambo. Rambo down around the 10. Very quickly down to the Edmonton 13. Looking to add to that 4-point lead. Pressure's coming. Alexander. End zone. Touchdown. Tyson Philpott. His second touchdown of this season. And the Alouettes do indeed take the initiative here at Commonwealth Stadium.
I love the way Tyson Philpott tracked this football and just went and got it. He's right on the left edge of your screen. Because he would have lost yards.
He would have. It's Blanchard in. He's 1 for 1. We'll call it 2 for 2 now.
Getting a piece of it.
Jose Maltos was 6 for 6 in field goals in Ottawa last week. Couple of touchdowns. Looking to throw again. Flushed out. Running around. Buying time. Deep look. Down to the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Tyler Sneed could wait all day for that one to come home.
Now, you'll see Tyler Sneed here. The corner is going to sit down on the flat. Watch Sneed once he gets in behind the corner, and he knows he's wide open. Jumping up and down, waving his arms, playground style. It does the trick to get the attention of his quarterback for another Alouette touchdown.
Must have just seemed like an eternity for Sneed when he knew how open he was. Will that ball ever get here?
Yeah.
But good on Alexander to...
Well, I'll leave it to the likes of the panel to discuss who might be the best receiving core in the Canadian Football League, but I think we got to talk a little bit about the Alouettes, don't we?
Well, when you look, as I say, the adjustments they initially had to make 2 years ago in their Grey Cup year.
And grew into a bigger role.
Under 2 minutes to go till halftime. It's Rankin on the move, and his best run of the day. Riley Sutton very quickly.
Rankin's been good.
65 yards so far until that carry where he loses one. Big Sean Oakman coming in. Going up against his old team for the first time. Oakman, 1.5 minutes to go until halftime. A half dominated by the Alouettes. Ford wants to pass. Gets it away and completes it to Stephen Dunbar. And just had an Alouette defender right in on his arm as he got rid of it.
Guys like Gino Lewis, Kenny Lawler, Dom Rhymes on the move as well.
Completion for another first down to the 20 for the Elks, and it's Kurleigh Gittens Jr. Edmonton needs a response touchdown before we hit halftime. They're getting closer, down to the 20. Ford chased out by Amy Berglund, completes it, just dumping it off to Rankin, who loses the ball and recovers it and loses 3 yards in the process on that play.
Is hungry to create turnovers.
Big second and long coming up here for Ford and the Elks. Deep look, end zone, intercepted. Kaion, who went down, and it looked for a moment like Zach Mathis was open for the touchdown, and Ento alertly coming in to steal it away just at the last microsecond. Leading this one by 18, the second half to begin. Montreal had deferred after winning the toss. They want the ball to start the second half. They've got it. James Letcher at the 20. And gets with flags coming down upwards of the 30. Alexander quickly completes it. It was good coverage there just in front of the football, but it is Mack hanging on to that one and a first down for the Owls. Buying space and on the ground again, and this time with nothing. Robbie Smith, one of the newcomers. Jake Seresna as well, former Argos, in on that tackle to stuff the run, and no gain. 2nd and 6 after that pickup. Mathis, and with time and running out of it, and sacked. The second sack of this game for the Montreal Alouettes, and Jeffrey Quentin-Arcou.
And used it to get good value, I believe, in Zach Mathis.
Used it well. 2nd and 5. Pressure on Ford. Can't get away again. Isaac Adeyemi Berglund. Lowell Uguak were in there pursuing, and it's the 3rd sack of the night for the Montreal Alouettes.
Anderson, I don't really know much about the game and the league. Watched the Saskatchewan Roughriders Edmonton Elks game on YouTube. Started working out at soccer fields to get ready for the upcoming camp in 2024. And he said as soon as he put on the pads and got out there for his first practice session with the Elks, he knew he loved this game more than anything, and he's grateful and appreciative as he makes a tackle there, guys.
The Alouette receiver.
All the way to the 46 of Edmonton. And on another pitch, Charleston Rambo, and a little less, but a similar result, at least bursting through and getting it down. A flag coming out, though, as he got it just inside the 26. He's good. 3 more on the board for Montreal. 12 of 15, but only 76 yards and a pick. Rolling to his right to throw again. Does. Deep. Right. Open. Dunbar. Stephen Dunbar with the catch. Needs a lot of right now.
Well, nice job in protection here. Get Tre Ford out on the edge. Filled every column of the stat sheet the last couple of years. Has had a quiet day.
Pressure on Tre Ford. Being chased. Gets into the end zone for an Edmonton touchdown. 18 yards, Tre Ford. He escaped the pocket, and that time, Montreal could not stop him.
Illegal contact, Montreal number 32. Penalties decline, results play with the touchdown.
And you'll watch right about here.
Tre Ford, pressure coming, end zone. Long, nice catch. Justin Rankin. Second down, flags out. They get Bethel Thompson. MPT goes down. Noah Taylor in there in the pressure, and Jalen Garnes. Jose Maltos 2 for 2. Longest to 26. This one coming outside the 30. 3 for 3. With his trademark, show me your right biceps. Ford wants to load up, loses second fumble recovery. The other one in week 1 went for a touchdown against the Argos. Both of these teams certainly fit when it comes to quarterback depth. And back on the ground, and a big carry here for Sean Thomas Erlington, and another Alouette touchdown. Flies into the end zone. That running TD, 23 yards. And Montreal really opening it up now. Points off the turnover. And that fumble recovery by Isaac Adeyemi Berglund, and it leads to a Montreal touchdown.
Yeah, you look at a couple of short fields.
First down, deep look, down at the 5, touchdown. Kurleigh Gittens. And the coverage was right there. Hung on to the ball and just fell into the end zone.
It felt a little bit like no one was yelling ball when the ball was in the air here. Can be a little bit more conservative, obviously, given the circumstances here.
Blitz coming. Dubois couldn't get him. Takes a long touchdown. Kaion Julien-Grant. 52 yards. Another big TD toss by Tre Ford. As Edmonton is not going quietly.
Julien-Grant going to hit this one out of the slot. Just watch the gap in the middle of the field. Absolutely no one there. Ento trying to collapse on him from the outside. Mullen was deep in the middle, trying to get over there. But Kaion Julien-Grant does a nice job recognizing, splitting the two defenders. And Tre Ford throws another strike.
His second touchdown pass.
This is a one-possession game with 2.5 to go.
Onside kick. They'll try it again, and it is in the hands of the Edmonton Elks. It works. Benjamin Victor. And there is a player down. This from
Previous plays under review by the replay center.
Yeah, I believe one of the Edmonton players, Zach Mathis, had the boom lowered on him by Vincent Blanchard. As a coach was to remain positive, continue to bring the same energy regardless of what the team's record was. And I'm sure he'll do the same thing here as head coach of the Edmonton Elks.
perhaps fitting, given that Alouette front, how dominant. The second sack of the season for Noah Luguak. And a big third down. Can they get the first down? Extend the drive. It's a deep look. And Gittens was open in behind Wesley Sutton, but the pass is too far that time. Again, as they did 1 year ago. Looking like a dominant team for the most part tonight. They were. Leak slides down, zeros in the clock, and that's it. Davis Alexander, second best ever start for a quarterback in the Canadian Football League. He is 7-0 as a starter, 3-0 here in 2025.